The information in this video should not be relied upon as a formal valuation for any of the featured computers, and no responsibility is taken for how the viewer may use or misuse this information. Whilst every effort has been made to confirm the accuracy and validity of source data used in the compilation of this report, there may be errors and/or omissions. This video may also contain my honest personal opinion. Prices quoted in this video are based on sold listings on ebay.com.au for a specified period, are in Australian dollars, and may be indicative of the Australian retro computing market at the time of publishing. This is the Oz RetroComp Australian Retro Computing Market Report for June 2020. This video includes a snapshot of the most popular retro computers on ebay.com.au during the month, as well as a longer-term look at a number of machines that regularly appear on the Australian market. June's market results proved to be a bit of a roller coaster. Between museum-quality rare bears fetching strong money and unbelievably cheap buy-it-now deals that I'm still salty about missing out on, it's been the most interesting month so far in the admittedly short time I've been following Australia's retro computing market. Starting with the Commodore 64 market, 64Cs in working condition ranged from $185.50 to $365 each, and parts machines ranged from $88.75 to $165.95 a piece. Working bread bins ranged from $215 to $418 each, with non-runners ranging from $50 to $197.50. It's worth noting that the two lowest priced bread bins were each sold in under an hour on a buy-it-now basis, with one example being an early silver label that sold in just 32 minutes. Whilst this unit was very keenly priced, it's not quite the bargain of the year. This will become obvious a bit later in the video. Overall, the Commodore 64 market was stable, with 17 units changing hands in June, compared with 17 units changing hands in May. In addition to these recorded sales, a number of other 64s bundled with peripherals such as monitors and floppy disk drives were also sold, but as per the usual protocols for these reports, I've excluded them. The Amiga 500 market continues to be robust. 7 working machines change hands at an average of $424.86 each, with just one non-runner selling for $320. In other Amigas, 2 Amiga 1200s changed hands ranging from $1,100 to $1,700 each, and an Amiga 2000 with a 1081 colour monitor sold for $1,325. June's classic Mac market was dominated by 68K machines. A total of 8 complete units changed hands, with the most expensive example being an early Mac 128K, originally delivered to Drexel University in the United States. This example appears to be one of the first Macs ever produced. If the listing is anything to go by, this could be the best 128K Mac in Australia, and possibly one of the best examples in the world. No wonder it sold for over $2,300. There were plenty of incomplete and parts machines changing hands also, with prices averaging $181.25 and $165.38 respectively. Whilst iMac G3 listings remained steady throughout June, sales were almost non-existent, with just 3 machines selling. The only complete machine to find a new owner this month was a limited edition Flower Power model, complete with original books, discs and accessories. One incomplete machine sold for $100, and a parts machine in a tired-looking Bondi Blue sold for just $5. Which is also how much a Series 3 Colour Micro B sold for, on a buy-it-now, parts and repair only basis. Yes, I'm serious. $5 for a freaking Micro B. It looks pretty decent, but even if half its innards were missing, this is, in my opinion, the Aussie retro computing bargain of 2020 thus far. No wonder it sold within minutes of being listed. Despite being an obvious anomaly, I've recorded it as part of the Micro B sales results for the sake of completeness. To be honest, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this exact B relisted at a much higher price sometime in the coming months. The Apple II market gained momentum in June, so much so that I've tweaked the Apple II reporting to include the Apple II Plus and 2GS. I'm still reporting on a rolling 3-monthly basis, and during the 3 months from April through June, a total of 11 sales were recorded. Of these, 9 classic 8-bit Apple IIs have changed hands ranging from $182.50 for a 2C through to $743 for a late model Platinum 2E mentioned in last month's report. A 2GS also sold at the end of June for $1,050 without a monitor. A strong result considering that a 2GS in similar condition, but with a monitor, sold in May for $890. The Tandy TRS-80 Coco market keeps ticking along, with prices ranging from $152.50 for a Series 2 Coco in April, with a couple of later 512K Coco 3s selling for $450 apiece during June. Dick Smith VZ200s and VZ300s have been scarce over the past month. Nonetheless, 5 VZ200s and VZ300s changed hands across April and May, ranging from $153 to $305 each, depending on condition and bundled accessories. With prices ranging from $150 to $485 each, 9 Atari STs have found new homes, including a rare Mega 1. Essentially a 1040 ST in a desktop form factor, this unit sold for $336.50 on a non-working basis due to the seller being unable to test the unit prior to listing. Finally, the BBC Micro market continues to trickle along, with one Beeb finding a new home in June, a Master Compact in very good condition selling for $520 via a standard 7-day auction. This is noteworthy as the Beeb sold in April and May did so on a buy it now or best offer basis, with one unit selling within 24 hours of listing. That was the Oz Retro Comp Australian Retro Computing Market Report for June 2020. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. My next market report video will be covering a few of the weird units that sold during May and June, and I tell you what, there are some absolute doozies. Subscribe and click the bell to be the first to know when that video drops. Until next time, see you later.